Let's do this.
Wait. Are we okay? Wait. Are we allowed to curse or no?
Yep.
As long as it's not racial, sexual.
Welcome to episode 2 of the 4th edition podcast. I'm your host, Carson Mauthe. And with me, as always, I've got my trusty cohorts, starting with Adrian. How you been?
I'm doing wonderful, Carson. Thank
you. You, and of course, they can't do this without my man Eric Bear.
Oh man, I didn't think we'd be back. I thought that was like a one-time special, and I'd see you guys another 5 years. I'm so happy we're doing it again.
Yeah, you thought fucking wrong.
Oh, I'm stupid.
You're in this for life.
Oh.
All right, and speaking of being in this for life, we've got main man Sam Matsky, Smartsky. How you been?
I regret every decision I've ever made.
Did you have a good nap?
I didn't take a nap. That wasn't me.
No,
that was Eric. Eric, did you have a good nap?
Yeah, until Mom woke me up for dinner, but it was a good dinner. So
Eric had a nap before recording, and which is it's a solid plan. You know, you got to be lively for these things.
Hell yeah!
I
started this week.
Yeah, you got to be ready for this.
Carson had a good wake-up call recently.
Ooh.
Getting your texts from your coworkers about being late.
Don't dare bring that up on this podcast. Don't you dare bring that up on this. All right, folks, here's what happened. We were supposed to record this podcast on a late Thursday evening, and I'm like, yeah, guys, we can do it. I'm free all night. That's fine. Let's record. And, I get this text out of nowhere from a coworker just saying, hey, you coming into work today? I said, am I on the schedule? Am I supposed to work? And they said, yeah. So I was late by an hour and a half.
Oof.
And it's okay, because when I got there, my assistant manager was managing that night. He said, you know what, that's fine. I was late too. And that was okay. So the point is, we're recording this 3 hours later than we scheduled to, because I ended up going to work when I told everyone I didn't work tonight. So.
And we got 31 here.
We got 31 as a special guest.
Yeah.
You might remember him from 5 years ago.
On the very special Freeze Cracker podcast. A very memorable Freeze Cracker podcast.
Specialist of Freeze Cracker podcast. 31.
Who are minority.
You? How have you been these past 5 years? 31?
Keeping it real, drinking 40s, pouring 40s out for my dead homie, Rough Rider Swells, R.I.P.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Respect, dude. He's lost some. He's just saying he's lost someone in the past 5 years.
Dude, that's...
My homie's in heaven saying straight gangster.
Jesus.
We have Eric translate.
I gotta translate for you guys. It's bad.
It's
like a role reversal from the original old years.
Eric's a lot of growing up to do.
Man, I don't...
Growing up done. Consider it.
That's what 31's been doing these past 5 years. 5 years of pouring 40s. All right. Site news. What's been happening on websites?
FinalSmash.com.
What?
Are we really doing this?
Final Smash. What's been happening on FinalSmash.com? What was the last post on Final Smash?
Well, the first podcast went up.
.com.
That's true.
4th edition podcast, episode 1.
We're not doing site news.
Oh, no.
Why not?
This isn't the podcast for that.
Oh.
Pedophiles ruin.
RedditGamer.com. What's been happening on Reddit Gamer?
Pedophiles ruined it.
Pedophiles ruined
it. Good segue to our next topic.
Well, that was site news. Hope we're all enlightened by that. I'm enlightened by that. Because speaking of enlightenment, I think we can all agree that we like video games.
Sure.
And I think we can all agree that there's a lot of news happening in video games.
Yeah, I agree.
And just like last episode, pedophiles got to ruin our video games.
Oh, damn.
So this week's segment of pedophiles ruining things. What did pedophiles ruin this week? I don't know. That's
Nothing.
Have you guys
This
seen?
week.
Have you guys? On occasions, I'll go on just kicks of just watching To Catch a Predator on YouTube. That's always fun.
No.
I especially love watching the ones where the guy gets caught twice in a row.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's fun.
Yeah, there was the one they caught him, and then Chris Hansen's like, "All right, look, you need to go." And then obviously they tackle him, take him down. And there was the same segment. They catch him outside of McDonald's, and Chris Hansen's just talking to him like a parent, like, "What are you doing? What are you doing with your life?" And the guy's like, "I don't want any cameras." No, just look at the camera. What are you doing? God damn, Chris Hansen.
Tell the people.
Yeah,
So-
pretty much.
pedophiles are ruining their own lives, apparently.
Yeah, every day.
Well, that's pedophile ruining watch for this episode of the 4th edition podcast. And remember, if you've got anything concerning video games and pedophilia, let us know. Actually, you know what? Pedophiles. Bravely Default, the North American censorship. They raised the age of like all the characters. Because
to 17.
Yeah, you know, pedophiles were going to ruin it.
Oh yeah, and then they also they added extra clothing because it was too revealing. Which I think is funny that they did both.
Yeah, I mean, I think what Nintendo's doing, they're trying to beat, you know, they learned their lesson from the swap note or whatever the fuck it was that they canceled, and you know what, they're trying to beat the pedophiles from ruining it. So that's today's gaming news and pedophilia.
It wasn't Bravely Default though.
Yeah, it was Bravely Default. They raised the ages of the characters and they gave them more.
No. Bravely Default's the Final Fantasy little.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one they.
I thought it was some turn-based card game.
Probably. It was probably a lot of things.
No, it's not a card game. I played the demo.
Well, we gotta wait for that segment, Sam. You're jumping the gun here.
Sorry. I'll wait. I'll be back in 40 minutes.
Oh, Jesus.
So wait, how old are these little youngins?
I'm trying to look this up right now, so let's just cut
It
to
was
it.
was called Monster. It was called. Pedophiles ruin gaming. That's it.
Okay. Good theme song. We're back.
No, that's staying in.
No, we can talk about it again because here I got the hard evidence here. So apparently I was wrong. It wasn't Nintendo censoring. It's Square Enix who's censoring their own game, Bravely Default, by changing the racy dialogue, by changing the ages of a lot of characters, and by changing the costuming of a lot of characters. So maybe Japan, maybe they're the pedophiles that we're trying to avoid here. Maybe that's the lesson here. Maybe that's the pedophilia in gaming news.
I'm pretty sure Japan's the problem.
Yeah. Wow. Or maybe they're in a different realm where they don't have the problem of, of all this carefully planning and trying to avoid all these pedophiles. Maybe they have it right. Maybe they got it right, guys.
This podcast is making me very uncomfortable.
What do you think about that, 31?
Make me very uncomfortable, and this podcast is almost like a felony right now. I'm on my second one, and I can't go back to jail.
Speaking of felonies,
Nintendo
announced a lot of new changes happening with their plan for the next year coming up. We all know the Wii U is fucking up left and right. Speaking of fucking up, Nintendo hopes to rectify that. The biggest thing, I think, out of this news is that Mr. Iwata is taking a 50% pay cut.
Yeah.
Dang, bro. I don't know. I don't say dang, bro, a lot. I don't use those words together in conjunction quite often.
Does anyone know what Iwata's salary originally is?
Probably millions of dollars.
It's the coin train from 3D Mario World every week.
I remember he took that pay cut when the 3DS was fucking up really bad when it launched. And hey, he kicked it back. So do it again.
Yeah, he's taken a few pay cuts. And like apparently compared to a lot of other CEOs like in America, he does not earn nearly as much as you think he would.
Yeah, so I remember reading like there's a discrepancy between CEOs getting paid like big bucks in the US and in Japan it's not so much.
I heard that he only made like $2 million a year. I don't know if it was that low.
That's still a lot of money. I would happily make $2 million a year and then take a 50% pay cut in that.
Not too bad. You're too late.
Too late for what?
You're just always way too late to get in early and
Don't
make
you
it up the
dare bring
corporate
this up.
ladder.
You were late
Bring
to
this
this
up.
podcast.
You're late to the
That-
podcast. You're late to work. When are you gonna ever move up, Carson?
This is why I'm not making $2 million. This is what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sure,
Can I'm gonna interject for a sec.
Okay.
I want to bring up something not related to video games, but to Carson being late, because I was cleaning out my closet this week, and I forgot that like 4 years ago Carson sent me a package,
No.
and in this package he sent me a written warning when he was written up by his boss.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Okay. What?
Holy shit. Yeah.
Carson didn't even remember that.
Carson, am I allowed to say name names?
You can name my name.
Can you fake a name? Can you say the exact thing, but just
You can say no. Actually, don't even say the first name. Just make up a name.
Okay.
She doesn't work there anymore, but whatever.
use a boy name now, just to play it safe.
Use a boy name. Use a boy
Sam.
name for this girl. Okay.
Now they've established it's a boy.
Yeah, let's call her Daryl. Okay. So basically just says, on June 4th, you failed to start work in costume and at your specific start time. This action results in a written warning. It is happening too often that you are 5 to 10 minutes late. Please know the next time this happens, you will be suspended. And it's signed by you and by Daryl. And Daryl. And it says you are a cool guy. And that this boy is a B word.
Oh yeah, someone else wrote that.
Oh. And then on the back you just wrote, "Why do you do this to me?" I'm sorry. So I just want to say, this was oddly appropriate that you were an hour late to the show today, to your work today, and it was fine. But you were 5 minutes late once. You got written up, and you sent it to me.
I did end up getting suspended because I showed up late. I think like 3 months after that warning, and they're like, "You're suspended." I'm like, "Well, when is the turnaround date? I don't get it. Like, I just can never be late again." Thanks for bringing that back up, Sam.
Hey, you're welcome.
I remember,
Like I said, you're never
I
making
sent
up
out a
this
few
corporate ladder.
packages. I sent out a few packages around that time, and I remember I sent someone like I think it was like a speeding ticket. I think I sent somebody. Like, holy crap! It's like this is gonna be like one of those things. Like 50 years from now, you guys are all gonna meet up with all these pieces of evidence. And you're like, "Oh, he was late, but he got a speeding ticket." Like, "Oh, what was that?" You know.
What does this mean?
I'm actually laying down this like super awesome like quest, and you guys are gonna have to like find your way to like some gold or some shit, some nerd shit, and it's gonna be awesome.
All right.
Next announcement: third-party licensing by Nintendo. They're licensing out their characters. Now, a lot of people, they're like shocked. They're like surprised by this announcement. But I mean, it's not the first time they've done this, guys.
So I didn't hear about this. Are they just being more vocal about it?
Yeah, I guess so. They announced that they're gonna start licensing out their characters to third parties, but they've done that a lot. Like the new Donkey Kong Country Returns is a third. Are they a third party?
Second party. They're not owned by Nintendo, but they only make games for Nintendo.
I don't know what that means.
I just fucking told you.
That's what I don't know what this means.
No, like that Zelda Dynasty Warriors game, Hyrule Warriors. That's like third-party licensing.
Like they've done this before, way back in the day. There used to be
Other M.
Yeah, Other M's a third-party licensing. Like even way back in the NES times, there was third-party licensing. Like there were Mario games on the PC that were awful and should never be played, but those are third-party licensing. So it's not the first time. So everyone's surprised. You can shut the fuck up. 31. What do you think?
There you go. I think it's cool.
Are you surprised? Yes or no?
No, I'm not surprised because this shit happened before. We got Mario in Time. We got that horrid Zelda on the CDI. This is nothing new. They're in it to make money.
I think
they're in it to make money.
Was Camelot, the people who made Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, and all that stuff, were they ever owned? I don't think so.
I think they're a second party as well.
Okay.
Because I don't think they've ever made anything else.
Hudson, that made Mario Party, wasn't owned by them.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. Whole Mario Party series, goddamn. Damn. I don't know why they felt the need to announce it. Eric, what are your thoughts?
Like you said, it's not something that's terribly surprising because I know it's been done before, but I think the fact that they're more vocal about it, I don't think that means that they're just vocal about it and it's going to be the same. I actually do think that's some sort of indication that we might be seeing even more like spin-off-y type titles coming from them soon. So I'm pretty excited. It sounds like that they definitely have some plans in mind with now that they're like announcing it, like even more type stuff than we've already seen. So yeah, I'm excited to see what comes from it.
Yeah. You know, I always find it hilarious when I go on like gaming blogs and shit in the comments. I keep saying people like, you know what they need? Just need to give us a new fucking Zelda game. Just give us a new fucking Zelda. Like, do these people not fucking realize that Link's Away or the Link to the Past sequel just came out? Like, are they fucking stupid? And I think Nintendo's starting to get that. That's why they're probably going to third-party licensing. So you're going to see like 7 Zelda games a year. Yeah. Probably like 18 Mario games a year.
But man, there's already so much Zelda. I remember 2011 was like a crazy year for Zelda. There's an image somewhere you can find that IGN made up that lists every Zelda-related thing Nintendo did throughout 2011, and there's like over 20 things that came out Zelda-related. And people were still commenting on everything. Well, this announcement sucks because there's nothing Zelda in it. And it's like, that's like... Like, people complain that Zelda needs to do something new, but at the same time, people are still clamoring for old shit. So it's like, where do we meet in the middle here? And I feel like that's a good way to meet in the middle. Is sell Zelda off to some third parties and see what some new companies can do with it.
Is it kind of like what they did with Metroid? They took it off and gave it to Retro Studios and made it into a first-person shooter, and bam.
Retro
is a second party.
Yeah, they're second. Still trying to figure that out, but yeah. No, they've done it a lot, so I didn't even know they even announced that. I skimmed over that, apparently.
I don't know. Apparently it's making headlines, like, whoa! I mean, I guess some people didn't know that, because, I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, like, look at Hyrule Warriors. I think that's a game... I wasn't impressed with the trailer when it was announced, but I think that's a game that has a lot of potential, and I'm actually really looking forward to seeing how it plays out.
If you don't like Dynasty Warriors, you probably won't like the actual gameplay, but it has Zelda, which is going to be the main draw.
Yep.
Like, I will never touch Dynasty Warriors, but maybe I'll play this. Whatever.
I won't. I think it looks like shit, honestly.
Yeah, you know what? I love Zelda games, but I think...
Well, yeah, it's not going to be anything like a Zelda game.
The trailer looks like shit, but I think it has potential to build up to something.
It won't.
Oh!
Maybe you're right. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm throwing out my optimism there. I have optimism for this game.
I haven't played a single Dynasty Warriors game.
Same here. That's part of why I'm curious.
No, that's me too. They're kind of like hack and slash, right? Hack and slash, I think RPG-ish.
The vibe I got from the trailer.
Yeah, they're hack and slash for sure. It's honestly like the equivalent of like a sports game, like a Madden, because they come out yearly. No, they come out. I was about to say because they come out yearly. They don't make any big incremental changes. They kind of adjust here or there. So they're kind of the equivalent of Madden to like those kind of games. So, I mean, you're not going to expect anything different. You shouldn't expect anything different from a typical Dynasty Warrior game aside from a different whole like skin change. But it's a cool like way to get people to play Dynasty Warriors. It was like that. It was like Pokemon Conquest was some other Pokemon kind of game, right? I forget what series they crossed it with, but Yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be a hack and slash. Nothing too crazy. Don't expect anything else of it because it's gonna be from the people who make the same game every year. But it'll look cool, I guess.
Yeah, I've got a roommate that loves the Dynasty Warriors series, and every time I ask him about it, just like I don't understand like what the appeal is. I mean, I get some people love those games, but I don't know. I mean, it's kind of just I don't want to say mindless, but like
No,
I
it's
feel like
mindless.
there's some like sort of satisfaction from like having a character just wipe out like 1,000 enemies in one mission or something like that.
It's kind of like because you keep leveling up to it, so eventually you get to that point where you can do that, and that's kind of the main draw of it. But
Sam, are you gonna buy it day one or what?
Yeah. I'm being honest here. Like, I know it looks like shit, but I own every Zelda game, so I'm not gonna stop.
Dang, this third-party licensing is gonna kill you.
Do you own the CDI Zeldas?
Damn it! Why do you got to catch me in this?
No, this
right.
week on calling out the games.
Wait, hold on.
Calling out the games.
What Zelda games don't you own?
Yeah, the CDI ones.
Ooh.
Wand of Gamelon and.
So what Sam's trying to say is that he's not a supporter of the third-party thing.
Wow,
Not the third-party ones that come out.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a liar.
I guess I'm against this. My history.
Liar cast right here.
Yep.
Dang.
All right, moving on.
Dang.
I want to cut half his salary. The least you could do is give us the truth.
He
cut his salary for you, all right?
He did it for liars like me.
He did it for us.
Yeah. If you hadn't told that lie, he would have only had to cut like 49.
Since Iwata is one of the poor people now, can we get on the podcast?
He heard me talking about him the last podcast, talking about pedophiles, and he was like, I do not like that.
He fucking relates to me. He knows my struggle.
Yeah.
I think if we can get Victor Lucas 5 years ago, we can get Reggie right now.
What would you guys do if we got Reggie on this podcast?
I would probably shit my pants and ask him like every question like about it. About pedophile, like everything like I'm asking you guys, like I'd ask him.
It would be
so. Hey, Reggie, what did pedophiles ruin?
Yeah.
It would seriously be good cop, bad cop. I'd be gushing and asking Reggie all the Nintendo like hardback related questions, and Carson just be like, "Listen, what the fuck are you doing here with this company?"
Hey, what's your favorite pizza, Reggie?
What was your favorite Pizza Hut pizza when you worked there, Reggie?
Right there. That's exactly a Carson question.
Well, did you get a nice employee discount when you worked there? 10%. Ooh,
nice employee discount.
Do they recognize you when you go in?
Eric would be something like, so what are the struggles of like trying to release Zelda? So what are the favorite toppings on pizza? All right, hard facts.
You look like a pepperoni man. Am I right?
These are important questions. You know what I'd ask him? Actually, here's what I'd ask him. I'd be like, hey, listen, man, I know this like Xbox like Pizza Hut promotion deal was in like the workings like way before you even left Pizza Hut, right? And you can give us the lowdown how it all started. I'd ask him that.
You know, I'm actually interested in what Reggie's favorite pizza is. So.
Can we just get him on the podcast and ask him nothing but pizza questions?
I'd cry.
Reggie, stuffed crust?
Like, what a waste.
It's like, all right, Reggie, you've conquered the pizza market, you've conquered the Febreze market, and then the video game market. What other nerd-related item are you going to conquer?
Oh, good.
Well, see, because Carson's reasoning behind that, as we discussed in the last podcast, is that Reggie's always asked these kind of questions. So why won't we ask questions he probably hasn't been asked?
But take him off
what
guard.
makes good interviews? No one believes me.
See, Eric, you need to get with Carson on this.
It is, but pizza the entire time, like an hour.
Like, could you imagine, like, on the VGX next year, like, Jeff Keighley just, like, gets Reggie on for, like, 10 minutes, and they're showing off, like, Donkey Kong Country Returns, like, Tropical Blast or something like that. And he's like, now, Reggie, are you a thin crust or a thick crust kind of guy?
All right, Eric, shut up. Would you ever put a pizza costume in Mario? All right, moving on.
No.
I mean, do you want to look like Mario because he's Italian? Pizza is Italian.
Dang it.
Is that the only reason why?
During that podcast, you just hear Eric in the background. No, guys, no.
Hey Reggie, you know that mini game in Mario Party where you got to eat the pizza? Yeah, that was you, wasn't it? You did that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, for example, if he did get Reggie to interview and he asked him about pizza, he would give like the most relaxed, like, "Oh my God, thank you so much for taking my mind off of trying to, peddle
like,
Donkey
thank you.
Kong."
All I've wanted to talk about was pizza, and no one asked me about it.
You'd become a regular on this podcast. Like you'd be like,
Eric would be so happy you're the regular. See, that's the only way.
Yeah, we have host Carson, Adrian, Eric, Sam, and Reggie.
Reggie would be like riffing on like all these Nintendo fans.
But then we bring up pedophiles versus Swap Note, and he'd leave the podcast.
You know, I get on this podcast all the time, and it's just stupid kids want to ask me the burning Nintendo questions. Thank you guys for being different.
Thank you for asking about my burning Pizza Hut questions. Yeah, so Reggie, if you're listening, because we all know you are.
Anyone from Nintendo.
I emailed this to Reggie@Nintendo.com. So
I will translate this podcast and send it to Iwata myself.
Iwata, please, come on.
Iwata, please tell Reggie to come on and talk about pizza with us. Iwata, you can come on and talk pizza with us too. I'm interested in what, like a Japan mayo pizza's like. I haven't had one. I know they exist. Man, let's just make a pizza podcast.
All right, podcast over. We
So
talked. I forget if you guys were in the call. Probably not. Me and Smarsky talked about making a podcast called the Pizza Monsters Podcast.
Yeah, that was like 2 years ago.
Yep.
No, I'd rather not be on. Oh, never mind.
Listen, what are you talking about? We haven't talked to each other in 5 years. Remember?
That's not true. We made a
Just
podcast. We made
the canon of this podcast.
We made a podcast a year and a half ago.
Fuck. Whatever. Maybe we'll have like pizza Saturdays or something where we have like a bonus podcast. About pizzas.
Just sitting around eating pizza together.
Yeah, like we all have like Google Hangout. We'll have a Google Hangout of eating pizza, and we'll talk about our favorite things about pizza.
All right.
We'll talk about pizza.
They want. Here's all this pizza. All right, here you go, fans. Here you go. Watch
There's gotta be like a blog out there, kind of like like IGN.
FinalPizza.com.
No, it's like yeah, but it's like based on pizza. You know what I mean? Like there's a blog that keeps up to date on pizza news.
Oh yeah,
I imagine it's pizza.com.
It's like, Papa John is drunk again.
What did Papa John ruin this week?
TMZ like tabloids for pizza people.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Domino's CEO drunk outside of car.
What happened on Tuesday?
For next episode, we'll talk about it.
Last week Tuesday, breaking news: a Domino's employee was very rude to me.
Yeah, it's like some shitty like recount. There's always those posts like Little Caesars is sexist.
Sexist Caesars? Find out.
Yeah. Pizza Hut's done the meanest thing. For those Kotaku readers, speaking of Kotaku, who remembers that post that Brian Crescente made titled "Capcom has done the meanest thing," and it was about Ghosts and Goblins having to make you repeat the entire game to beat the game.
Kotaku is. I picture Kotaku as just like us in a Skype call, just like, all right, we're out of topics now. All right. You guys remember Ghosts and Goblins? Yeah, dude, that game was kind of fucked up because remember they could beat it twice? All right, post that right now.
No, I bet it was like someone was like they were just talking about like their favorite games from the childhood, and then someone mentioned that you have to play the game again, and then he was just like, "What? It's fucked up.
That's so mean.
That's so mean."
Meanest thing.
But like, yeah, he wrote it as if like they had just done something. I bet like someone at Capcom was like, "Oh shit, what did we do? Uh-oh," and then they like realized.
Yeah, for sure.
This fucking game that like nobody who works at that company anymore made.
I forget if I probably said this on this no, not on this podcast, or I always forget, I always say it all the time. That's why. But the day I quit reading Kotaku like actively, I used to check them out like daily. But it was when Lady Gaga got a Pokemon tattoo. I'm like, am I really? Did she really? And then I click it, Yeah, she got a tattoo that said Little Monsters. Well, no, actually, Little Monsters just refers to her fans, called Little Monsters. Thanks.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, wow, all right.
Good
Thank you,
journalism.
Kotaku.
They
Yeah,
got your click.
I still read Kotaku. I feel like they've gotten a bit better recently. Like, I think when Steven Totillo took over, he just started, like, laying down the fucking law and just, like, listen, no more stupid shit. Every now and then there's still a stupid fucking post. But, like, that Patricia Hernandez, like, writer, she was, like, she wrote almost all, like, the stupidest fucking shit back in the day. And she doesn't write,
Bitch.
she doesn't write much. Yeah, we'll get her on the podcast. We'll talk about it. But,
Are we gonna ask her about pizza?
no, she'll probably think we're sexist. she was one of those authors who would write basically like, oh, this person's sexist and all the sexism in this game and shit like that. I mean, like, there is sexism in the video game industry. It exists, but like, she was just fucking stupid. Anyway.
Yeah, if you don't know about it, check out the online series, Feminist Frequency. It points out all the sexism that you can.
Hey! They're not paying us to advertise that.
Oh, sorry. I thought some of that Kickstarter money was coming our way.
Can we bleep Eric so it sounds like really sexist right there?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's not.
Oh, be nice. You can't do this.
I haven't said the magic word yet, so we're okay.
All right, DS games on Wii U.
Yeah, and the pizza tangent.
That was a good one.
It's like toppings on a pizza. Double screens are going to be coming all over your gamepad.
Oh, wow. That's a good one.
Yeah, okay. There's like just two more announcements we want to go over. We're going to go over them really quickly. DS games on the Wii U. Finally! I thought that was like no fucking brainer. But apparently it's still having trouble with no brainers and thinking that like, we don't know how to get the dual screens on the Wii U. I mean, right now they're apparently saying like they're not sure if they're just going to have both screens on the Wii U pad itself, which
yeah.
is stupid. But I mean, like, okay, I get it. I just want to say right now, here's why I get it. Because the resolution of a DS game is so fucking small compared to like what your TV will display. It'll just like look like garbage if you were to put like a DS gameplay on there. And because like the top screen like isn't widescreen, which is like most people's TVs, so it just looks silly. It looks stupid. So I get that part. But I mean, come on, fucking figure it out. Use that 50% pay cut on yourself. Your wallet. Put that in R&D. You'll be fine.
You ever use the Game Boy player for your GameCube that played like Game Boy Advance games on your TV?
No.
Games look alright on that.
Yeah, I played Pokemon on that one little slot on the back of the N64 controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was alright. The only problem I see with this is that some DS games, they look like Beautiful Joe, for example. You can kind of like jump in and out of the top screen. That'd be really awkward to look at unless you're holding up the controller.
I didn't know there was a Beautiful Joe for the DS. I thought it was only a GameCube game.
Nope.
It's Beautiful Joe.
Wow.
Beautiful Joe Double Trouble. Good stuff.
I don't know Joe as well as I thought it did.
I guess that makes sense too. Yeah, there's some games that like you treat the dual screens as like one long screen essentially.
Yeah.
So. Well, this just presents a whole bunch of problems. Sorry, Watt. I didn't mean to be so hard on you. I know how you feel now. It's probably just like at home thinking right now. It's like, how the fuck are we gonna do this?
Like, wait, that I don't know. Shit.
It's like, wait a minute.
I already said it. Fuck.
All right. So that's DS games. Thank God they're coming. I can't wait to play some games that I haven't gotten.
Yeah, I just hope. I really hope they're not restricted to the gamepad because that restricts what you can put on the virtual console by a lot.
I don't know. I don't think that'd be an awful thing. I mean, like some discontinued DS games, like you might be able to play again. You know what I mean? It might be more easily accessible.
But
people can finally play 999.
How would you play? How would you play with them buttons wise though? Because the demo that they showed was like a side by side thing. Oh wait, no, because the DS is like it's vertical dual screens, but the way they showed them, the dual screens are going to be presented horizontally onto the gamepad. So you'd have to turn the gamepad vertical to play it like correctly.
That's dumb.
Oh, this is fucked up, man. Sorry, Watt. You gotta.
That's what
man.
the image showed.
Now,
unless they do it like side by side, but not in a vertical fashion as. I haven't seen that image, so I'm kind of curious.
Oh well, then you can just fuck right off.
I don't know.
Fuck you.
I don't know why we're doing DS games when we haven't even got N64 games or GameCube games.
Well,
No one
those
That
are
is true.
N64 games, okay?
64 is all over Wii Shop channel. You can just get it on your
Yeah,
Ellie.
but why they're so slow on Virtual Console now? I feel like back when the Wii came out, I feel like I was seeing like 3 or 4 games a week, and now we're getting like maybe one. Like we just got a Link to the Past just today.
You know what, Adrian?
What do you
I don't
want?
give a fuck about N64 games, all right?
You haven't played
That
Paper
was one of
Mario.
the worst consoles
You need to play Paper Mario.
come
Good
out.
stuff.
All right, Paper Mario was pretty good,
There
but
you go. Thank you.
almost every N64 game that ever came out is like broken in some way. All right, and I hate how people think it's like the N64 was so great. It was shit. Right? You play Mario Kart on the N64 and you can hit yourself with your own blue shell or with your own red shell. You can drive faster than a fucking green shell that you shoot. Like,
Yeah.
what were they thinking? It was so. You know what? That's just the tip of the iceberg. Donkey Kong 64 was a pile of shit. That was a bad game. All right. Okay.
Hey, you ever play Glover?
Yes. I own that game.
Good.
Have you ever
So
played
that's all I got.
Gex?
Gex? No,
Gex
fuck
is on
that game.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
No, I'm just asking if you played Gex.
Shut the fuck. You know what? I'm ending the N64 nostalgia right now. All right.
Speaking of nostalgia, Nintendo's on iOS soon.
No, fuck you. This is its own segment. I'm starting right here.
New
The
segment.
N64 nostalgia ban. Fuck that system.
No.
We're gonna
What,
every
what-
week we'll bring a random N64 game for Carson to talk about. What's
Yeah,
really
you
likes it or not.
I am totally fine with that. I will point out any flaw present with any game.
How about Ocarina of Time?
Oh, Korea time, yeah.
Shit game.
Hey, Carson doesn't like Zelda games.
That's going to the podcast right there.
Shit game.
How
yeah,
about
it's
Ocarina of
like
Time? Shit game.
Shit game. Sorry.
Grow up and play Twilight Princess, bitch.
What? That was a well more put together game than Ocarina of Dick.
Whoa. Jesus.
All right. Okay. I will save this for next week.
Ocarina Cast.
All right. Yeah. Nintendo is saying they're going to put some smartphone games or apps on it.
Which is nice to hear, considering we've been promised a Miiverse app like over a goddamn year ago, and that still hasn't come out.
Oh man, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
So did they.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Motherfuckers.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing I think about when they haven't released stuff like that before, and that is a lot of the like head honchos in Nintendo. They've like been quoted saying like we don't have any like other game consoles or anything like that. So I think they're just old. Don't really fucking use smartphones. You know what I mean?
No,
I think
there
they're
was
just-
on that topic. I was reading up on a few threads about this, and someone found an interview where they were talking. I think it was one of those Iwata asks, and they're talking about how does this compare with how does the Wii U compare with like Xbox Live or PSN? They said, you know what, it's best not to ask those questions because our engineers have never experienced those products.
Oh,
Like, all right, it's
Yeah.
interesting.
I actually read that. I remember reading that article, actually.
Yeah, it's like really your engineers that are running your entire network. That's, I mean, you want to say you're not competing with Nintendo, but I mean you kind of are, and your developers have no idea about any of these things. Hey, let's add an account, and we got accounts. There you go. That's one of the news.
Hmm.
We got unified accounts that hopefully we can not buy Super Mario Bros. For the 40th time.
What?
I would love to
That's
buy
old
Super
news.
They said that they said that again in this one.
Well, who cares? That's old news. That's old.
Well,
shit.
I unified my account back in December.
No, we
It
unified
already
them,
happened.
but they're trying to make them like
Not
even
news.
more. They said it in this thing, all right.
How?
The same thing.
How?
We just
Get outta
went
here,
like
Adrian.
we spent like 20 minutes talking about third party license.
I've
Get
done
the
the thing
fuck
they
out
said
of here!
That's coming soon.
I'm sick of this.
How's it news?
They said we talk about third party licensing. We were like, oh man, that's old news.
That's old news.
Fuck off.
Yeah, but okay, no. Third-party licensing is like that's what everyone's talking about. No one's talking about the unified account thing. Come on.
I'm sick of
I unified
technicalities.
my account like a month ago. So
Hey, so did I. Hey, Adrian, did you unify your account?
Yes.
That's good.
When did you unify it? No.
Yeah, when did you do
Yeah.
it? Did you just do it like yesterday?
They said this on this press release.
No,
with all this
Adrian's
stuff,
doing it when they announced that you can do it.
which is again today.
Oh shit!
Twice?
They said it
Did you do it twice though?
again. Why are we
Did
even
you-
talking about this?
Are you looking? You brought it up, you dingus. Did you look?
Because
at
it
like,
was
an
on
old-
there. I'm sorry. We talk about third-party licensing. Fuck off. So Michael
week-
Bay shit on the fucking Ninja Turtles. All right, let's talk about
week-
that.
This week's edition of Adrian Quits.
All right, let's fast forward to the fucking like 20 episodes ahead, like I did on the fucking 4th edition. Fuck it.
Oh,
This is the 4th edition. What are you talking about?
Yo, 4th edition.
Oh,
all right. So that's Nintendo making apps on smartphones.
No, dude.
Nintendo full of happy times, happy fun, laughs for everyone.
All right. You know, that's Nintendo's. They're gonna be fine. I think they're just coming down from their fucking kingdom of Wii's. They're gonna be all right. They got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Maybe this is like their GameCube, and then the next one they'll have like another big fucking great idea that's gonna win the hearts of millions again, and then let them down subsequently. But they'll be fine. Let's stop talking about Nintendo and their shitty N64 console. Stop talking about that. This
We said
segment
so
on
many
Michael
shitty things
Bay,
about
Michael
Nintendo.
Bay today. What's Michael Bay doing today? Well,
When he's
The
not
Ninja
storming off
Turtles.
stages.
Ninja
Can we have a Michael
Turtles-
Bay segment on this podcast?
Yeah, it's Bay
Yeah,
segment.
this is.
Michael Bay today.
Michael Bay today.
Beta day.
Yeah. So there's
You
been, I guess, some like screenshots leaked from Ninja Turtles, the new movie that he's producing, and it looks like shit.
Yeah, turtles look like little shitty guys.
They look more like Transformers, I heard, right?
What?
Or-
They look like they look like little Green Goblin guys. They just don't look like robots.
Well, what wasn't this still? It's just still the same one. They didn't scrap the whole script or anything, right? Where they were supposed to like, oh, they came from like the moon.
No, it's this one.
Okay, so they kind of look like Martians then.
Yeah, they look
Yeah.
like shit.
They
so-
look like shit. Literal shit. What do you want?
Okay, because I wasn't sure because I was like, I remember Michael Bay threw like every Ninja Turtle fan off by saying, oh, they're what was it? It was
Like
they're
they're
alien or
aliens.
something. Yeah,
But
right.
I heard they kind of, I forgot where I read this, but I thought they kind of clarified it. Said no, the slime that mutated them is an alien source, but the turtles themselves are here. But I don't know how reliable that is.
Not
Well,
sure.
thanks for bringing it up.
Well, shit.
I don't know. That's probably what's going to be, actually. I don't know if they're actually going to be like, yeah, they're from outer space, man. You can't just go all out like that. That's just...
That's
Actually, no, it's Michael Bay. He's probably going to do that. What I'm waiting for is next year's CES when Samsung invites him to come on stage and talk about the Ninja Turtles on their new TV. I'm looking forward to that. And he's like going to come on with like some like martial arts weapons and shit. And he's like going to be in the middle of the sweet move, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he's going to leave.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say he like his hand slipped from the sword and it flies in the crowd. Just like, I'm done with this.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't tell the future.
He looked kind of crazy, man.
Yeah, Michael Bay. I can't talk in front of large crowds.
So, does anyone in here actually like Ninja Turtles like right now, like actively looking forward to this movie and stuff?
God no.
Oh, well, Megan Fox is gonna be in it. That's cool.
yeah, I saw that. I'm like I haven't been keeping up on the news or anything because I didn't care. But I saw the picture. I saw Megan Fox. Like, what the fuck is she doing? Oh, Michael Bay. Yeah, that's right.
I thought that was a rumor when they said that she was gonna play the yellow jacket girl.
April O'Neil.
April O'Neil. Yeah.
O'Neil. Yeah, but yeah, it seems like she's really gonna be her. So yeah, it means I could jerk off during the movie. Cool.
Oh my God.
Bring it back.
Eric in a trench coat.
Is this your
Well,
new
you know,
shtick, Eric?
How fucking do you, you're gonna be at the theater and there's gonna be like man arrested for jerking off to Ninja Turtles.
And then the quote is,
I'm gonna
but
make
the,
history.
and the quote on the line like for those arrested, but it was Megan Fox.
It's like I swear it wasn't for the turtles.
It wasn't for the turtle.
It'll
did
be
it-
like
I did
that
it for
news,
Megan.
It'll be like that news article of the guy who was like watching a movie and then the Homeland Security busted in, like questioned for wearing like Eric like this one for like wearing Google Glass while watching the movie. Like the Homeland Security was called, and they questioned him for like hours about it. It's gonna be like that, except it's gonna be about jerking off.
Pretty much. Do you think I'll be like deported from America if I wear Google Glass while I jerk off?
We'll make a petition for it.
Might get deported.
How about
but
that?
you know what, Eric? You might not need to do that. What you might need to do is build a Lego sculpture. All right?
Yeah.
Because here's an interesting news item for you.
What's up?
There was a porn actress.
What?
On Twitter.
Porn?
And she started this competition where someone presents her like a Lego sculpture of some sort that she can put in her house, and she would like the prize would be a blowjob. And apparently the internet freaked out. They're like, "Oh man, finally I can link my two favorite things."
Okay.
That's good stuff.
And so then I think it was like a day later or something, the same actress posted on her Twitter like, "Oh, sorry, competition's off. Apparently my lawyers don't like this." And but then she wrote like right after that, following that, it's like, "But that won't stop me from accepting, gifts made with toys."
No, I think she followed up with like, they're just mad they didn't win.
Yeah, well, that was the same post, but I mean, she also followed up by saying like, "You can still give me stuff, and maybe you'll get something in return." But man, that's like Lego. That's really like that's the market you want to capture.
What?
Oh.
Wait, so she just wanted a Lego sculpture to put in her house, and she said, "Hey, I'll suck your D if you
suck your drangus."
Yeah.
Yep.
So wow, she was that desperate for a Lego sculpture.
She
Well, I
really
mean,
wants Lego.
It's her job. Come on.
Have you ever been to like Comic-Con and see like the Lego sculptures? They look pretty nice.
Yeah.
Why did she just go to Comic-Con?
I don't think you can buy them.
I am sure you can if you were.
Oh, if you sucked it, well.
Wouldn't that be like insulting though? Like some guy like spends like months on this sculpture of Lego, and she's like, "I want that, and I'll suck your dick for it."
Jesus.
It's Comic-Con. It'd be fine.
Yeah, I would hope that by the time you finish the sculpture, assuming that it's like a nice, like big, fancy sculpture, that you would rethink this and be like, is this really worth all the time and effort I just put into this damn thing?
I think to them the answer would be yes.
This all gives me flashbacks to that one Jenga Tower video. For all you people listening out there, search up Jenga Tower world record reporter.
Yeah, like news reporter, Jenga Tower.
No,
like
we won't say anything else about it. We're not gonna spoil it.
It's like an ancient video.
It's an old video. It's probably like one of my first favorite videos on YouTube.
Great.
It is a valuable gem.
Look it up.
Look it up. That's our YouTube recommendation for the week.
Jenga Tower, what?
Hey, so really quick.
News reporter, Jenga Tower. That's it.
We talked about Eric getting deported for masturbating. So,
Real quick, let's bring that back.
We did talk about that.
So, have you guys been keeping up how the White House has to comment on Justin Bieber being deported now?
Oh, who cares? Who cares
No,
about?
no one gives a shit about Justin Bieber.
Yeah, don't give. But you brought it up because
I'm bringing up the fact that Obama has to say something about it, and I'm like, that's cool.
I don't think he's going to say something about it. I think that's not grounds to be deported, especially.
No, it's not at all grounds. It's all really retarded. But it's funny that the White House has to comment on this now. It's just a stupid thing.
I hope they comment in it's like something straight gangster, like we got no time for this bullshit.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I want the most like strange response just from the White House. Like, all right, none of this, guys. Grow up.
It's just like they just make a response saying, "Well, looks like we're going to take down this petition thing now."
We're going to take down petition.org.
Yeah.
That's gonna be Obama standing up in front of the nation, be like, "I tried my fucking damnedest to get you guys Obamacare, and this is the thanks I get."
Yeah, exactly.
I killed so many people with my drones. And what I get.
The idea that only 100,000 signatures. I never really thought about it. I knew it had to happen, but man, if we can get like one person famous, just like do anything that we say. Just imagine how many times you just get the White House to comment on stuff.
So are you saying that we can start a petition for Reggie to come on our podcast.
Yes,
to talk about
and they have to
pizza,
comment.
and the White House has to comment on that.
Well, I guess Reggie needs to be on that podcast. All right.
Dang.
Yeah, everybody's listening to this podcast. We need to get this started.
Or can we get a petition for Obama to ask that question to Reggie?
Oh.
Imagine Reggie just like sitting at home in front of his like whatever the fuck he does.
I picture him in his recliner and a wife beater in boxers with like,
eating a pizza.
Yeah.
Eating a pizza.
And then like, you know, he gets a phone call. He's like, yeah. It's like, hello, this is Obama. And he like stands up or like really abruptly, like all the pizza falls off his stomach. And he's like, Mr. President? It's like, yes, you have to get to your Skype machine right now. You're doing an interview with 4 boys on the internet. And then the rest is history.
With 4 boys on the internet. That's a good podcast name right there. That's a really good podcast name. 4 boys on the internet, episode 1.
4 boys on the internet.
Get on your Skype machine. What the fuck?
You got so many. Imagine that's how you'd reference it. I don't know. Man, you got so many possible titles for this podcast. There's like Pizza Cast, there's Pizza Saturdays, Reggie Cast, 4 boys on the internet. Man.
4 boys on the internet.
4 boys on the internet.
4 boys on the internet, Pizza Cast. That's the
No, I just think it's like a pizza podcast called 4 Boys on the Internet.
Oh, so that's the Lego blowjob competition story. I just want to know that in the article I read, which was on Kotaku of all places.
Of course, of fucking course.
Apparently, there's like been accounts of like people like hand presenting their Lego pieces to her. Like that's so fucking creepy. Like
Were they all like we would imagine them to be?
Probably, I don't know. Like, did they get their blowjobs? We don't know.
You know what that reminds me of? A few weeks ago, I actually read on Kotaku there's something where some porn star had like a falling out with like her manager, and like he was a real dick and like did some shitty things. I forget what. But apparently like she went to 4chan and like posted a photo of herself with like a written note just so people know it was her, like saying that like if 4chan like found like her manager's info and like did like bullshit to him and like fuck with him, that she would like give them like a picture of her tits, which it's kind of funny considering she's a porn star and you could probably like Google that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But apparently they went crazy and like yeah, within like an hour like they fucked with him or like spammed his email or for some shit, and like she like this like the same photo of like her holding that note like an hour later was like her like in the same setting and the same clothes, just like with her shirt open. It's like
Here's
just
my
like
shirt.
thanks.
Did you guys see that story a little while ago about the guy who got got blackmailed into giving up his Twitter handle?
No, was it Sam
No,
from
it happened like
Yahoo?
every day.
This the guy had the Twitter handle N, just the letter N,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, like he talked about in the article how like daily he would just go home and there would just be people trying to reset his password and stuff, pretty much just every day.
Why?
Because people wanted that name. Like he got offered for $50,000, which why you wouldn't take that? You're dumb. But
Just let her.
yeah, but yeah, it all escalated, I guess, a couple nights ago, where someone ended up calling PayPal, and PayPal gave that guy the last 4 digits of his credit card number,
Holy shit.
and then he called GoDaddy and gave GoDaddy those numbers, and GoDaddy resetted his domain names. So pretty much this guy had access to every single one of the guy, the letter N on Twitter. He had that guy all of his domains. And he's like, look, I want the name, release the name, and I'll give you back all this. Otherwise, I'm gonna destroy everything. And the guy tried to like call like GoDaddy and everything, and they weren't budging. Like he sent in a he had, because he networks, so he got sent straight to the executive of GoDaddy saying, look, these people have my shit. I need my shit back right now. And GoDaddy didn't help him out or anything, and PayPal wasn't budging. And yeah, and then eventually the guy's like, look, I'm giving you like another day. You need to just handle this. And he's like, all right, fine, release it, take it. And yeah, he took it. And yeah, the guy had to switch his handle and doesn't have it anymore.
Damn, and now the person with N posts his favorite articles from BuzzFeed on his Twitter.
Nope, it's just a locked account with 200 followers. So, congratulations.
What the fuck? See, Sam, this could have been you with Tumblr too.
Yep.
See, if you just stand your ground, you can own everything.
Yeah,
including Tumblr too.
definitely would have been blackmailed by Yahoo.
You should have asked to trade Tumblr 2 for Tumblr 1.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
No trade backs.
Yeah, no trade backs.
Oh, he got us again.
Oh, well, you got Tumblr 2, loser.
Got the sparkly one.
All right. Speaking of Sam and blackmail, Sam, I hear you got a sweet dolphin story to share with us.
I do. I found a dolphin story right before the podcast.
Okay, what's your dolphin story?
Well, back in the 1950s, you know, before the 50s are pretty funny.
Wait. Should we tell these listeners to cover their ears if they are sensitive to such information? Or
Yeah, if you hate dolphins, cover your ears.
If you made it through like the Lego blowjob,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you made it
This is
through
not
the
some next level
pedophile
stuff.
comments. You know what? I think they'll be fine with this one.
sure, okay.
Yeah.
Say you haven't been warned. Continue.
Okay, so apparently in the 1950s, there was a program. The government funded it. This like man and woman, I think they were just trying to do experiments on dolphins to see if they could talk, like human speech talk. Okay, and apparently the dolphin did not communicate properly with other dolphins. They didn't like it communicating with other dolphins, but the dolphin really liked its female trainer or handler. And to cut the long story short, the dolphin kind of flirted, as the article said, and I'm using air quotes. You can't see that, but I'm using air quotes. Flirted with its female handler, and basically the female handler just gave in, and it started giving the dolphin hand jobs. Because it said like the dolphin would like rub against her and like present itself, and the lady was like, "Well, I don't know what fuck to do." So she gave the dolphin hand jobs, and then it doesn't specifically say why until the end of the. It says at the end of the article they were just like, "Yeah, she just kept giving it fucking hand jobs," and then
She just
Was that a
kept
direct
giving
quote?
it fucking hand jobs.
That's a direct quote from the
they
article.
said, "Well, this plan didn't work." So the next thing they did was that they took LSD with the dolphins.
Oh.
And then they gave the dolphins LSD too. And then they said, yeah, right after this, they realized that they were just fucking dumb and the funding was cut.
Could you imagine that report? Like, well, we tried giving the dolphin hand jobs, and then next step is LSD. Clearly.
And I mean, when that didn't work, we didn't know.
That woman who did that had a really fucked up husband at one point of her life. That's how.
They fucking married a dolphin.
Holy
Well,
shit!
how did my husband get pleased? Well, I will go up home and give him hand jobs, and when I have to work, we just take LSD together. It really works out.
He swims around, he flirts.
He presents himself.
Yeah, he presents.
itself. So
what were they thinking? Like, this will work. Oh my god. So stupid. You know what? Dolphins, I've learned a lot about dolphins in the past few years, like how just
Did you
awful.
just learn this, or did you know this?
No, I did not know this. This is incredible. But I learned about how just awful of a species they are. Like, they will capture fellow dolphins as sex slave for years on end.
Whoa, horny little bastards.
Yeah, and they will they've been known to gang rape other dolphins.
I love how aquatic animals, there's a lot of them that, it's like humans, right? You have that really nice person, you know what, that person's a stand-up guy, but then you go up to the other side and they're just really bad crime areas. And there's a group of dolphins in leather jackets just following around this one dolphin, just waiting for it to get in a dark corner of the ocean to gang rape it. And it's wow, what the fuck?
It's what they do though, and man, they're just fucking weird.
It's
like weird.
It was sea otters, right? It's like that photo that always posts around sea otters always hold each other's hands so they don't drift away, and everyone's like, "Aw." But then there's facts sea otters also rape baby seals. They club them over the head until they die over and over and over and over again.
Jesus.
And it's wow, that's fucked up.
Aww.
Nature is awful.
Yeah,
Is this
man.
why they don't
Animals.
put dolphins in movies like Finding Nemo and Shark Tales?
Yeah, they probably research this stuff and shit. No, we're not doing
These guys are
that.
crazy motherfuckers.
Can't put these guys in.
Yeah. You know what?
Isn't that funny, right? Like how people are like, oh, I want to go swim with the dolphins. They're just so smart and so great.
Yeah, more like you want to get fucked with dolphins.
Well, okay, hold on. King of the Hill. We all know and love that show. There was an episode where Hank got molested by a dolphin.
Yeah, I heard that.
Come on.
It all comes together.
Right. That guy had it right. I mean, you know, here's another fun fact about dolphins. Apparently, they gave each other names.
Oh,
Like Flipper.
Are they like clicks and whistles?
Yeah, they're like Flipper.
It was something like that. Like like even the other day I read like dolphins and whales are like have like interspecies like friendships. And I'm like, oh well, that's
Friendships,
adorable.
air quotes.
Yeah, and then they lead that one fat fucking whale over to the corner and they just club it over the head, and eat it or something. Like fuck.
When you say club, what do you mean by club?
They
Are they
probably
like
just headbang it all the way or something?
Bonk it.
like picking up club? Use the tools.
Like I don't know how I don't understand how they described them. Like baby seals, I don't understand how that's how it described. It was described to me as clubbed, and I didn't want to think about it.
You sure you're not thinking like Canadians or something?
They just give it a club sandwich.
No.
I'm just imagine like fucking baby seals getting beaten up on the playground. By, like dolphins just like taking his lunch money.
Yeah, give me that.
Give me that. Oh, no.
On the playground.
Is that your dolphin impression, Adrian?
That was my bully impression, but I just added a little dolphin in there.
Fuck, man. You know what kind of dolphins I like?
What?
The emulators.
Oh shit.
Oh,
There we go. Bringing it back to video games. Speaking of emulators, what have you guys been playing? What have you guys been playing? Huh?
Carson, you go
What
first.
have you been playing? I'm not gonna go first. Fuck that. The host, I'll go first.
Wait.
Go
There's
present
breaking
yourself
news.
first.
There's breaking
Wait,
news
whoa.
on the internet.
What?
There's breaking
Wait.
news on the internet. We have breaking video game news. All right. Sakurai has made a Smash Bros. Update.
oh,
Holy shit.
Pick of the day: the heroic Aura Pokemon Lucario joins the battle. We've increased the influence of Aura this time, so damaged Lucario is truly a force to be reckoned with. Lucario is back in the new Smash Brothers.
read it.
Jesus. That was
Aren't you
not-
guys excited?
You know what? Fuck, I hate this marketing. I hate
Oh man,
Smash Bros. Marketing so much.
It's
I am
just Miiverse. Is it really marketing? It's just Miiverse.
Yeah.
Miiverse is meant to be silly.
Oh, you said it was me. Oh, I thought you said breaking internet news. You, God damn it, Eric.
That's new.
All right, let's step back. Breaking Beavers news.
He's coming back in Smash Bros. Everyone wants to know who's going to be in Smash Bros. It's news.
I am so excited. I want to present myself.
There's also a screen cap here where Lucario looks like he's presenting himself. You should make this like the podcast image or whatever, Adrian.
Presenting.
This should be a presentation cast or presention's not a word,
Look,
but it should be that.
guys,
All right, well, that was the
like
podcast.
presenting himself.
Yeah,
What are you playing? What have you been
Yeah.
playing?
Yeah, I interrupted that. Sorry.
Eric, what have you been playing?
Metal Gear Solid 4 and Super Mario 3D World.
Okay, those are solid choices. How you liking Metal Gear Solid 4?
Good. I've only finished the first act, but I'm already really into the idea because I played the first three, and I like
Naturally.
but a lot. But my favorite of them was the first one. Oh, I know it's like PS1 and like the gameplay's kind of rocky and all that, but I really just liked the story of Solid Snake and Shadow Moses Island and.
Hey, if you like the first one, just you wait. That's all I'm
Yeah.
gonna say.
And I really like that they're just bringing so much stuff from that and going through all the flashbacks and everything is so cool. So yeah, I'm really digging.
Don't fuck. You spoiled it.
Dude,
Adrian, what have you been playing? You're doing so well.
I'm playing some Bully Scholarship Edition and Devil's Attorney.
Devil's Attorney?
Yeah,
Devil's Attorney.
Eric's favorite ripoff.
The fuck's Devil's Attorney?
An iOS game about an attorney.
some ass game about attorneys. It's not Ace Attorney.
Have you played Ace Attorney, Adrian?
Yeah,
Have you played
First
Dual Destinies?
Just the first one.
I
He's
just
only
played
played
the first one. Don't
Just
spoil
the
spoil it.
you're playing
But I'm
Devil's
saying-
Attorney.
it. Devil's Attorney.
He's wasting his
What's wrong
time.
with you?
I got it mixed up. Sorry, guys. I thought that was it.
He's throwing time down the garbage chute. Turn a person on.
All right, so far in this, what you've been playing has been spoilers and just letdowns.
Bully is
Sam,
really cool.
Sam, what have you been playing?
As I mentioned earlier, I was playing the demo for Bravely Default. and I've been playing Indigo Prophecy on the PlayStation 2.
Oh.
Yeah,
On the
David-
Xbox?
I said PlayStation 2,
On
so
the
no.
Xbox.
Yep, I've been playing it on the Xbox, and it's great. on
How
the
many hours
Xbox.
have you put into Bravely Default?
Like 9, and it's just a demo.
Yeah.
Are you being
Fuck.
serious?
I am
Yes.
being serious.
Wow.
it's
I've put-
Oh yeah, it carries over, huh?
Yeah,
I put
Okay.
6 hours into the demo already. It's fucked up.
yeah. You know what? I was not planning on buying this game until I played the demo. I was like, well, I kind of have to now.
I don't think a lot of people were planning on it.
Yeah.
See, that was a good one you've been playing. No spoilers, no letdowns.
See, I know how to do it right.
All right, 31. You got a lot.
Yeah.
Here. What do you been?
Aw, snaps. All right. Just clearing out my backlog. I
Disgusting.
beat. Wait, hold on. Let me present myself. All right. I just finished Bastion, and I'm currently playing Mario Galaxy 2.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dang, bro. Dang.
Yeah.
Did you go with the times?
Yo, I'm just clearing out some of my backlog, and
Don't
before
stop saying that.
nah,
Backlog.
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 All right, Carson.
I've been playing a lot. Devil May Cry. It's free on PlayStation Plus. Been playing through that.
That reboot thingy, whatever they did.
Yeah, like DMC Devil May Cry. I don't know why they decided to include both the
Oh, what-
abbreviation and the full title, but they did. It's
What
pretty
you
good,
think of
pretty
it?
fun. What?
No, I was gonna say like, what you think about it?
It's fun. It's kind of spotty. I'm glad I didn't pay for it, but I'm having fun with it.
Carson's recommendation of the week.
Yeah, yeah. If you have PlayStation Plus, go play it. It's pretty good. Let's see. Beat Broken Age Act 1. Good game. Started playing Lone Survivor. Not the fucking movie. Not the fucking.
How do you play a movie?
You can't
What?
play a movie.
Ever heard of
Not
Heavy Rain?
playing the movie.
Oh,
Not
well, you should have said.
Emails.
Yeah. Check. You getting emails?
Emails. Okay, well, let's see. Today's email is from my workplace.
Oh shit!
And-
You gotta come into work.
I requested a leave of absence last week, and they decided for this week to put me on all the days I'm not available.
Ooh.
Well,
True
Spicy.
fucking story. And you know what? With that true story, I'm leaving you with some true words for you. Folks, if you're listening to this podcast, if you made it all the way to the end, you know it's coming. I know it's coming. But are we going to get there? I don't know if we're going to get there. You see, life presents itself, like many dolphins have done in the past, in such a way that it tempts everyone who participates to just take a firm hand and offer
Yeah.
And just jerk that dolphin.
themselves to what we call the fray. Now, the fray is a part of life where we all need to decide that are video games even worth talking about anymore? Like, what's
Yeah,
the fucking
Mario.
point? Like, why would we invite Reggie on a Four Boys internet show to talk about pizza? Talk about pizza! What the fuck is the point? We're talking about pizza! Ah! Ah!
Ow.
Ah!
Ow.
we-
Susan! That's the Four Boys internet show. Thank you for listening.
Do you think that Reggie would make like a Wii attachment to like jerk off a dolphin?